We go. P.uri.Tanner versus Darrick. The September finals of the WARNO monthly tournament. On the left side, P.uri.Tanner bringing around 39th Guts Chalkovi. His go-to division, I would say. The one that made SU25 the meta. And on the other side, Darrick with 8th Infantry Division. Division you don't see too much these days. Even though it had ruled the meta for a while, but that was when the M1 was just uncontested the best tank around. That is not the case anymore. Though it's still a really nice all-around division. And I feel like it's a nice matchup. Matchup we haven't seen in a while. A pretty OG matchup. And these two players also always impress with their playstyle. So let's see what these can bring to the table. But before we jump in there, one more shout out to the next event coming up for WARNO. League Season 0 coming down your alley. WARNO League Season 0, and I hope you are just as hyped as I am. Steel Division League Season 9 coming up as well. So sign up now, get yourself into a bit of competitive WARNO. If you're a newer player, there will be a division for you as well. There is a pro level division and a semi-pro level division, basically. So don't worry if you don't feel like you're up to task of beating Darrick. You won't have to face him there. And then also, if you want to support these two players a bit and the September monthly in general, go over to Matcherino and click on the claim code button over here to add 25 cents to the prize pool for free to this lovely tournament that will then get paid out to some players in the end. You don't have to pay anything. The player will get the money in the end. Also, if you want to add a bit more money, you can visit the links of Lucid Sound. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to click anything on these websites. Just visit them. And you add another 20 cents per click there as well. So, yeah, would be lovely to see you do that if you have the time. And add a bit more extra money to the prize pool, getting us a bit closer to esports. But without further ado, let's get in here. P.uri.Tanner has to win 2-0 in his best of 2, as he's up currently 2 wins, 1 tie, but Darrick is still unbeaten with 3 wins in a row. So Tanner will have to get both maps if Tanner wants to have a chance for the monthly title. So here we go. Left side, Tanner coming in with Ochnil Podorichki, Osa AKM, and a lot of Motostrelkis. Couple of UWAT CVs. Pretty slow start though. On the other side, some F-16 Fighting Falcons around for some hunting. Me Too is landing to not get shut down by that. Kiowa with rockets has a helicopter on the way for Darrick. Exceptional optics, really nice on that one. A couple of AA pieces with chaparrals and pivots against helicopters and SU-25s, but no SU-25s entering the battlefield just yet. OSAS though, could be deadly. F-16 has to be careful how it flies around here. As if it flies too far south. Okay, no. Good keeping distance here from Darrick. Not running into the OSAS, even though I'm not sure if they were ever spotted by Darrick there. Kiowa getting a recon unit here already. UWAT's going down to the Fighting Falcon most likely. There we go. Igla not around to get the kill. Motostrelki coming in. But Igla might be around to get the kill onto the Kiowa. Only 4 hit points, has to be careful. Is disengaging now though. A Cobra around as well. Conquerors here will have to be careful on the side of Tanner. OSAS moving up. M1 at 50s. And scouts on the other side. Fighting Falcon still staying around. That's an F-16 cluster has entered the battlefield. Cobra gets shot by the Igla. Igla misses with the first shot though. So Cobra will have time to move around a bit. Motostrelk is here. A bit further forward than the Iglas. But the Iglas try to catch up. Cluster bomber still around. Kiowa goes down. That's a nice catch. It's the F-16 tries to strafe some Motostrelkis, does a bit of damage, doesn't get the kill. OSAS both in the south for the AA purposes there. F-16 being used as a strafing plane. M67 recallers rifles here getting some kill. OSAS moving to the center. That's another CV is coming on for Darrick. Both sides only having one in the rear. Ooh, RKHM coming in here now for Tanner. To the south as well. Getting +2 here. +2 zone there as well. So Darrick's pick rate will not go on for too long. Well, it's the Cobra gets another infantry unit. Motostrelki gets wiped out. As there's no Ikla or what. So up there. And 115. Yeah, 51 goes down to the Conquerors. Conquerors moving forward. Is there any artillery? No. But there's an F-16 cluster, though that one has to be really, really careful. Gets killed off, doesn't get the kill into the Conquerors. OSAS getting the kill there. Nice shutdown on one of their planes. So far, a really slow game from P.uri.Tanner, but a successful one, I would say. Getting nice kills there. Getting a kill onto the pivot in the south. Darrick testing the waters, but paying a bloody price for it. Paying a bloody price for it. M150 though. We'll try to deal with the UATs. UATs not disengaging just yet. Most likely will die for it. Yes. That's BMP-3s. The heavy hitters of the 39th. The best Soviet IFVs come around here with their decent ATGMs and Motostrelkis next to them. And especially good HE damage with the 100mm and the 30mm autocannon. 150 M150 though, with their good stealth and their toes, are dangerous for them. No recon infantry around here. Falcons goes down as well. Not sure if this airplay here from Darrick is worthwhile. I would doubt it. Su-27 being bought by Tanner. Flying relatively aggressive as well. Getting a kill. Pivot and Stinger are around though. Ooh. Stinger getting a hit. Pivot doing a good amount of damage. Su-27 will disengage. Got the Cobra. Won't get hunted down on the way out, but heavily damaged. So it will take a long while for repair. Still, getting the Cobra should have been worthwhile there. Well, it's another CV, but Darrick comes in. So Darrick will go up for the tick once more. As another CV for Tanner is in the rear here, but hasn't moved any further forward just yet. T-80 CV has come up as well. Well, it's BMP-3s are shooting around block. Stinger not able to hit the Me-Too. Military police though, able to get some nice kills with the M67 recallers rifle. Artillery coming in now in the form of some mortar fire. And artillery on the side of P.uri.Tanner. Oh no, actually, there is a D20. Mortars on the side of Darrick are self-propelled though, in the M106A2. So the counter battery of the D20 won't hit most likely. While still a lot of new engineers. Engineered Dragons coming in for Darrick in the south. Escorting an M1A1 Abrams. The ADBVs. BMP-3s moving forward. Chaparral hunted down by some ATGMs. M150s have to be careful. Vedka now in a position where it can spot things. Military police here under heavy fire now as well. BMP-3 hitting them. Getting some good hits. T-80BV helping out as well. The 107mm mortar tries to continue its fire. M150 here. Flying in with an ATGM. Not hitting though. It's a Perry leader coming in to get it back to neutralization. Darrick up on the +2 though. As it's getting to an equilibrium. D20 in the rears. Opening up fire. Still trying to hunt down the mortar. Mortar this time didn't reposition, kept the same position as before. So, might die this time. No, just moving away last second. Gets stunned, but doesn't take any real damage from the D20 shots. And good supply trucks here from Tanner, as per usual for him. Always good setup with supply trucks on the front line. The ADBVs and BMP3s here set up pretty well. That's a lot of engineered dragons will be set up here for a central push. We'll see how that goes, if that will be with smoke or what the exact plan will be. ATGMs of the BMP3s get the kill there. Really quick one. Hits the M150 before the ITO can retaliate. And the artillery fire here continues from P.uri.Tanner, but the 107mm mortar continuously moving and drawing the fire away. Conquerors setting up over here. Say the D20s would have been more effective trying to kill out these units in the front line than trying to do the counter battery. But unlike us, Tanner maybe doesn't know that this is a self-propelled mortar. So should have figured it out by now. A lot of artillery actually coming in. A lot of D20s. And they still try to counter battery. That feels like a big waste. No. Oh no, they are not. Okay. This time they actually go for infantry and they wipe it out in no time. The ADBV also really scary tank here. M1A1 is able to mirror that obviously. And there's a couple of M60s coming up as well. But there's a Conquerors, there's the BMP3s, so Tanner should be able to hold this if played correctly. At the same time also this time, the mortar didn't move quickly enough. Gets hit pretty hard. Doesn't die though. Doesn't quite die. And the D20s so far really well used. No big artillery guns on the other side to counter battery them. So they get their value currently. Conquerors from the side also in a nice position. Will go for the M1A1. M1A1 using smoke. D20s coming in a bit too late to hit any of these tanks on the move. Conquerors flying out. Smoke coming in. But first M60 already dropping. TADBV coming up. BMP3s also moving in. Conquerors flying left, right and center. M1A1 under heavy fire. TADBV smoking out. But the push of the engineered dragons will be the more interesting part, I would say, as there's little to face them at the moment. Conquerors most likely will fall. There's little to face this infantry. D20s, where are they firing? Still on the tanks, but without pre-aim. So they have to keep the M1A1 at the same spot here. Good stun. Osas with some nice kills, but the planes get some good damage in before. Only the BMP3 and the TADBV left alive here. The supply units down. M1A1 though goes down as well. Cluster bombers actually unnecessary and might die here. Yes, Chaparral gets the kill, but actually unnecessary use of a cluster bomber. Helicopters or so would have been more helpful. Or more infantry units instead. As first of all, the M1A1 already was down, and the anti-tank really is not quite a problem right now. The problem are other units. The engineered dragons especially. They are not super scary on their own, but in numbers they are pretty powerful. So Pericom Roddy has to disengage here. TADBV trying its best to hold the line. M60s are down. D20s now firing smoke shells, actually. That is interesting. Whilst the Conquerors from over here, it's trying its best as well. Disengaging now. Cluster bombers coming in once more. Osa's still around. Getting another kill. All units down, but the TADBV dies as well. Air units all picked off. T-62 MVs coming in. But at the front line, currently little forces for Tanner. Helicopter also went down. That helicopter could have been quite helpful, as the AA was not up just yet, though they are coming now. And if Darrick can dig in here, all these sacrifices, all these plane sacrifices might be worth their price double or more times over. As Darrick is on a +2 right now, and the Dragon 2s will be hard to dislodge. The artillery, though, might be able to do it. These have to be constantly moving against 4 D20s as long as there's no counter battery picking those off, and Darrick might not be able to afford that now that he has lost so many points on air. Yeah, artillery already dropping in now. So that might be the way in here back for P.uri.Tanner. Those D20s have some damage potential. The D20s escort, helping out the helicopters, the medium tanks with the T-62s. And obviously more infantry will be needed. Producer coming up to help out the OSAs. Though AA also maybe not the unit needed right now. More infantry is really key here to stand in front of the T-62s and to fight back the engineers. So Perry RPOs, Motostrelkis, and then maybe a couple more IFVs. And D20s trying to get more hits in, but Darrick always quick on the reaction. The mortars also still pretty annoying here. I'll try to go for the OSAS as well. T-62s though dodging that quite well as well. T-62 getting a kill there. More of them moving forward. Scouts in danger. And counter battery coming in onto the mortars again. Getting a good hit on this one. One of them going finally down. Yeah, the 20s flying in good amounts. But a CV comes in here for Darrick, and that's a +4. And the second mortar won't get got. Motostrelkis are up here. Artillery still flying. Still, as I said, no more artillery. Tow Cobras coming in. Producer is there though. 2 Producers actually. So these shouldn't be able to achieve much. With 2 Producers and 2 OSAs. T-80BVs coming up as well. Infantry still a bit lacking here in my eyes. Is there any more infantry on the way? No. Infantry not on the way over here. And in the north, Tanner also gets pushed back slightly. Slowly but surely. So that is a bit scary here for Tanner. Not sure what the Su-27 was trying to achieve there. Whilst the D-20s now shoot on different targets. Okay, I guess they got the units they were firing upon there. There's nothing left in that building. But I would say they would be most helpful around here right now. T-62s though, repaired back up. Conquerors still around. Really helpful unit down here. M60s had to smoke out. Get the hell out of there. The Perry RPOs are here as well. And aero rifles trying to come in. OSAS, not able to see them. Nothing here scouting for them. And the Su-27 goes down. That's unfortunate. Mi-24 over here also under fire by the 50 cal. Is in a bit of trouble. BMP-2 Motostrelkis trying to come in. Mi-24 not quite able to achieve its victory over here. Trying to get some kills onto the Humvee units. Rangers now taking some damage, but the helicopter is stunned again, is killed again. The reason why the M150 is so annoying, because its 50 cal also has decent range against helicopters. D-20 flying in again, against the pivot this time. Pivot not being moved, should be dead. Yes, another good kill for the D-20s. So let's see what their next target will be. Okay, helping out over here now. T-62 still going strong. But the M60s here, actually finding an open space to hit. Or nearly open space. Conquerors getting a good hit, but not a stun. And so it will die to the M60. Yes, the OSAs and the PUSAs have to run. T-62s have to help out here against the M60s. One of the T-62 MVs already going down, as there's a lot of aero rifles and engineers dragons still around. D-20s still not hitting hard enough. OSAs getting caught by dragons, and this might be it. This was a lot of losses here in that engagement. The 2 M60s from down here Really, really helpful. Cluster bomber trying to come in. Will get the kill on one of them. As cluster bomber also getting out. Other one gets got by an T-62, but a lot of units lost here. No helicopters around anymore. AA mostly down as well. Up down to that one P.uri over here, but that is kind of caught behind enemy lines. And the D-20's not getting the damage in quick enough. Not having the hits that are necessary. Frontline of P.uri.Tanner crumbling a bit too quickly compared to the damage that the D-20s are dealing. Once more, with solid hits here. Engineer Dragon taking a good amount of damage there, but not going down, and those can be repaired. T-62, BMP-2 getting the kills. Over here. Darrick running out of units here a bit, but still up on a +4. Tanner tries to get the CV in here again. Will still have to push quite deep afterwards, even if this point gets reconquered. So time is for sure running for Darrick at the moment. And this is a really intense game number 1 already. Mortar's still around. Chaparral will most likely get the Me-8 here. Yeah. AA always just close enough to the front line for Darrick. And the D-20's also running out of ammo here now. Yeah, maybe 4 of them was a bit of an overinvestment. As I also feel like if you shoot with 4 at the same target, they... sometimes they just waste ammunition because they overkill, and sometimes if you shoot with all of them at the same target and the target moves, that's also a lot of waste. So keeping the enemy busy with 2 of them can be often more worthwhile or more cost efficient. So, and also increases the damage of the salvo to have 4 of them at once, but I guess it feels like Tanner bought them a bit too early, had a bit too little at the front line for it, and then also that one cluster bomber that wasn't necessary, that could have been something else, were allowing Darrick to get into this position. And once you give Darrick a position like that, he's not known for letting it slip again. So, yeah, Tanner in trouble here. Trying to get back into this, but getting back into this is really not a easy task. And by now, it might be an impossible one. CV went down as well. And D-20's still around, getting the mortar. Supply truck coming in for some of them. Another BTR CV coming in here. But Darrick in a nice spot here now around. M1A1 coming up. A lot of Kanonjagd Panzers coming in for the north to plug the gap that is over here. M60 around as well. T-62 is trying to move forward. Not quite getting in there just yet though. And the +4 is ticking hard. That's 160 points per minute. And Darrick is only less than 4 minutes away now from victory. So Tanner has to double down here now in speed to get this back under control. But I'm not sure that's possible. At least has to slow down to a +2, I guess, to buy a bit of time. And then 19 minutes to overwhelm the enemy completely, but this is not Steel Division. There won't be any switch in income or anything, so Darrick will get the same resources that Tanner gets, so Tanner somehow has to pull a magic comeback here. Yeah, still not a big fan that we dropped in phases in WARNO. Really, some of the features I felt like were a great improvement to the Eugen formula in Steel Division, but hey, that's just me. M1A1 here, getting killed off. P.uri coming in. We trying to move forward. M60 versus TADBV. TADBV gets the victory. Mortars trying to hit over here. Engineer Dragon versus TADBV in a nice fight. Smoke directly in front of it though. Lugging it whilst the +4 is continuing onwards. M60 in the north gets a kill. Nice one. Moves on forward. And Darrick in just too much of a leading position here. Don't let that slip ever again. CV of Tanner still trying to move in. Desperately trying to make this work. M1A1 Abrams actually moving on top of this. Motostrelki are around here. Could use their RPG against it. So it has to be careful. Being directly on top of that. Moving back again. Aero rifles and Blackhawk coming in to fill the gap here as well. And the M1A1 Abrams now far enough away to not get hit by the RPGs anymore. And can chew up the Motostrelkis as well. So, yeah. Game number 1 will go to Darrick. And with that, Tanner won't be able to catch Darrick in this monthly tournament. So, Darrick will win the September. But Tanner still can secure second place if Tanner wins game number 2. So we will obviously watch that one as well. But really good game once more for Darrick. And yeah, might play another tournament without dropping a single map here in this monthly one. We will see if that will happen in game number 2. But game number 1 was already a really strong show here. Nice push with the Engineers Dragons over the open field. Being up to losing a couple of units, like knowing that P.uri.Tanner obviously is a good player, that losses would be part of the game, M1A1s and so on, risking their life, being a bit of the feint here, coming over here, but that was just the confusion attack to let the Engineer Dragons come into the spot, capture it, and then not letting the grip slip on it. And in the end, as you can see, yeah, kill-wise, Tanner was up there, but Darrick was playing the control part better. And that was a pretty strong show here in game number 1 from Darrick. Let's see if can keep it up, or if Tanner can get the favor slightly into his direction and get game number 2. So here we go, the final game of the September monthly. On the left side, P.uri.Tanner. On the right side, Darrick. Can Tanner at least make Darrick bleed? As the division matchup is the same, but the divisions swapped hands. So Tanner on the left side bringing in the 8th Infantry this time, but Darrick is bringing in the 39th Guards Strelkovy, using Su-25 rockets, using MiG-23 ML with AA missiles. Come in here, whilst Ihawks will be put down in the rear. And Su-25 gets the kill. F-16 coming around, trying to shoot. Yeah, it's a Swiss-style tournament, so every round is best of 2. Even the final one. Yeah, you win by scoring. And yeah, these two had the highest standing before the last round, so they were the only 2 ones with real chances for the title. But Darrick already had the best standing before the finals and only needed 1 win to win it all. Whilst in this best of 2, P.uri.Tanner would have had to get the 2-0 to be able to win, which didn't happen. So Darrick already can't be beaten anymore. Even with a draw, he would be fine. Ihawks here though, getting a nice kill already. Nice Su-25 kill. Now repositioning. No artillery on the other side to hunt them down, but good idea here from P.uri.Tanner. Keeping these Ihawks mobile. Setting them up again. Vedka getting shot at. Mi-8 hitting from over here. Military police going down. Getting hit hard. But yeah, Tanner needs this victory to stay on second place. Otherwise, it will go to Lathans, who will have a better score at that stage. Mi-8 MT moving forward. Trying to go in here onto this. Stinger, nice hit on the Mi-8. But Darrick once more in a good spot here in general when it comes to captured space. When Stinger is not firing at the same Mi-8 once more. Splitting shots here. Both hitting both Mi-8s once. So doing good damage there. Su-25 trying to come in. Ooh, Stinger getting the kill even. Su-25 here. Being a big investment for this. But getting a double kill though. Yeah, that thing is a gnarly beast. Absolutely gnarly beast. Stinger getting shot at. Rajvetgas and Motostrelky's getting the kill onto the one in the north as well. So losing 2 Stingers already. Bit annoying for Tanner. That's the SU-25 is now trying to come in for the north, but with 2 Eyehawks around, that is risky business. Eyehawk not quite having reloaded though. Oh my god. Ooh. Now they have reloaded. Only one of them hitting with the first shot. Can they get a second connection? No, but one more flying. Oh, Darrick, you lucky bee. Oh, damn. Bradley goes down. SU-25 makes it out. 5 missiles out of the Eyehawk. Only 1 hit. 2 hits of the Eyehawk would have been the end of that SU-25, as with 9 damage. Even against units with 2 armor, they still do 7 damage per hit. So, yeah, lucky one for Darrick there. And really unfortunate one for P.uri.Tanner. Lots more Heimatschützen tried to move forward. Eyehawk, not the most accurate weapon with 50% accuracy, but, and especially if you calculate it against ECM, which would bring it further down, but still effective enough that it should be getting 2 hits out of 5 shots on the normal circumstances. But unlucky RNG. RNG Jesus. More on the side of Darrick, it seems, at the beginning of this game. Ito coming around here, trying to hit the BMP2s. Gets 2 of them. We'll try to fire another time. Whilst Motostrelkys and Rajvetgas are moving in. Eager after clears on the move down here. Tanner. We have a lot of support equipment. Maybe a bit too much support equipment in each of the games so far. Against Darrick, as Darrick is quite aggressive. And if you have so much support equipment, it means that your front line will be a bit weaker. But Eyehawk now disengaging away from the Motostrelky. Eager Flowers and Mech Rifles will try to hold the line here against this push. Helicopter here could be nice as well. Yeah, Cobra moving down to the south. A really good idea. Stinger coming in. Chaparral's coming in. So, setting up good AA in the south as well. But Darrick, once more, having a bit more of the map so far. BMP2 trying to come in with a CGM. Darrick will go up in the tick once more. Motostrelky over here. Taking heavy damage from the rockets. Going down to 2 hit points. Then the Cobra is nearly out of them. The Eagle-Fleurs will finish the job. Heimatschützen and Mech Rifles here in nice spots as well. Ito has to be careful. Chaparral moving around. No AA in the south. No SU-25 just yet. MiG-31 now. 23 coming in to hunt down the Cobra. But against 2 Chaparrals that hopefully are on attack move and a Stinger. That thing should be dead. Yes, and that is not worthwhile. MiG-23 versus Cobra is not a good trade. I mean, it's worthwhile in the sense that Darrick might be able to push in again, but once more, Darrick losing planes here. That cost him more than the units they kill. So really a tempo advantage, but not a resource advantage. Tanner having a good trade in first regard, in the resource regard with that. But it means that maybe Darrick can achieve more on the ground, so it might still be worthwhile for the tempo. Motostrelky getting a kill there. Ito can now get overrun as well. Cobra coming in again, but took a while. AA has to be careful here. Yes, Chaparral has to be disengaging a bit. Ito gets hunted down. Only 1 Mech Rifle here now left over. The MP2s around. Mech Rifle and the Jäger Aufklärer and the Stinger. No artillery this time. M1 tank though on the way. Mech Rifles get the kill onto the BMP. But Motostrelky is still around. Another M1 tank coming around in the north. That's the +2 is ticking hard for Darrick. Another CV coming in this time for Darrick? No, not this early this time. More mortars instead. 120mm mortars on the way. And Darrick wants to keep up the pressure. Mudschützen getting the hit. EMPs hitting the Chaparrals. Chaparrals, I don't know why they stopped there. That was a bit too early. Okay, Chaparral survives with 1 hit point. EMP tries to hit it. Ooh, gets the final hit just before getting hit by the Cobra and the M1. And it will die there most likely. Cobra already using a lot of ammo there though. Motostrike Medis getting the second Chaparral. And that leaves little AA in the south, which will be dangerous. Yeah, Su-25 rockets already coming in. And that's an opening you can't give the 39th. If you lose your AA network like that, Stingers down, Chaparrals down, the Su-25s will punish you hard for it at the moment. The Su-25 coming in with a kill onto the M1. That was a really vital unit there for P.uri.Tanner's defenses in the south. Su-25 number 2 coming around for the tow. But Ihawks are here, so they should get the kill. Oh my. Oh my. What the hell is going on with the Ihawks against the Su-25? What the hell is... RNGesus really is not on the side of P.uri.Tanner in this one, it seems. Okay. One of the Ihawks has reloaded. Only gets 1 hit though. Second one has reloaded as well. Can get that one get... Oh my goodness! Gets... Wait. That one just survived 2 Ihawk hits? How did that happen? Is it... Okay. Yeah. Darrick is a lucky man. This is weird. This is really weird. What the hell just happened there? Huh. I have no idea how that occurred. But it did. Okay. Darrick still in the commanding position now. Once more taking control over this in the south. Su-25s did a lot of damage. At least this M1 over here survived. But yeah, Ihawks not getting the kill. So, this is really weird. Meanwhile, Rangers and Blackhawks moving into the north. Is there something like it feels like there's something like near miss or so, but I have no idea how that works. How much it's going down over here? No, it's HE damage. So it shouldn't be calculated like that. How much it's over here, moving forward. But maybe it is. Don't know. Tunguska trying to hit the scout. Not getting the kill. How much it's the mech rifles moving forward. Supply comes in from the rear. +2 for Darrick. As the CV is pushed out over here. Motostrike Medis on the hunt. M67 military police should be able to hold the line. But this is a tough game here. Once more for P.uri.Tanner. A lot of mortar fire now. Cleaning out the infantry in the south. No artillery on the hunt for those mortars just yet. Ihawk sitting down here. Whilst Motostrike Medis get killed off. M1 Abrams under heavy fire. Military police down as well. And the +2 keeps on ticking. M1 Abrams rolling up from the rear. Coming to the front line. But there's just such a strong setup here now for Darrick. Oh, wait. thought Darrick was playing 39th, but it's actually 79th. As we have a Tunguska and a T90. T80 U. T90, what? T80 U. And Rangers of Blackhawks trying to move around in the north, but there is Retrovetgas there to spot them. And BMP-1PG is getting hunted. Mech rifles under heavy mortar fire now as well. Mech rifles getting hit hard. Okay. And one Abrams coming around over here. Trying to fight back against the Retrovetgas over here. That's the T80U. Is moving forward as well. M1 drops the smoke, has to disengage. And the +2 keeps on ticking. One Abrams rolling forward, getting the kill at least. Mech rifle over here, engaging the Retrovetka. Trying to get the kill there as well. That's the TOW2. He's moving. Try to get shots at the T80U. But Darrick is just so good at the zoning game here. And the mortars are scary, scary, scary. TOW2 won't get many shots out here, as the mortars are firing on top of it. T80U firing on it as well. TOW2 most likely will bite the dust in a second or so. So now tries to get another ATGM out. CV coming in for Darrick. Will be the +4. Mech rifles getting through. Ooh. M110 getting one of the mortars. The rest of the mortars loads back up. And gets away. Okay. Okay. Rest of the mortar loads back in. Gets back away. So that the M110 can't kill him that easily. But one nice snipe there from P.uri.Tanner. Has CV in again. Mat CV. Also TOW2 will get an MTLB here most likely soon. Oh no, the 120mm mortars have found it. TOW2 is flying. Will it get first killed by the mortars, or will it... No, it gets stunned. So the mortars will most likely kill it first. Me-24 in the north also relatively effective. Rangers get unloaded into nice spots here from the Blackhawks. Could get into nasty positions, but a Me-8 is out for the hunt. Me-8 MTA together with Su-25s shouldn't have trouble killing them off. And the M110 is not hitting the mortars at all anymore. TOW2 went down. Mech rifles getting pushed out of here again. Darrick is just playing so well. Like, Tanner is following up time and again, is trying to throw a wrench into the wheel of Darrick, but it's just not working. It's just such a solid play here from Darrick. Just such an all-around solid play. Me-24 AA hunting down the Rangers here as well. And F-16 getting shot at from the OSA. Not getting killed, but the Me-24's already finding the first Ranger. Good hunt there from Darrick. Blackhawks not being sold, actually. That's curious. Was this on purpose? Okay. Does Tanner want to keep these around? Interesting. What's the plan there? Okay. Units. CV gets pushed out in the center again. Darrick back up to a +4. ATGMs flying around here. Time Hutchinson trying to come in. BTRs and T80Us still around here. No TOW2 connecting to any T80U. And more T60M ones coming in. Su-25 coming in for the TOW2. iHawks still around. One of them at least. Strelky. Oh god, Su-25 finally goes down. Stinger, iHawk and Chaparral getting the hits. That's the 120mm mortars. Tried to hit the Aufklärer over here. Okay. Nice hits there. T62. Hitting hard over here. Military police trying its best with their M67 mech rifles with their Dragon 2, but a lot of tanks firing HE towards them, MGs and cannons, so the infantry gets killed off relatively quickly here as well, and stunned down especially. One T62 though bites the dust. Dragon 2 still pretty powerful. T80U on a nice spot as well. Over here, M1 Abrams has to retreat, whilst the +4 keeps on ticking. M110 will try to get the kill here in the rear. 20mm will come in to try to kill off more of Tanner's units on the front line. Only 2 mortars remaining at least, but still, there's just so little on the front line right now for Tanner. But the heavy Saperi plop, together supported by 280 T80Us, are around to push all the remaining units out of here. Only an Ihawk in the south. And this situation is pretty dire at this stage. Really, really dire. M1 Abrams moving forward. Artillery gets one of the last remaining mortars, but it doesn't really matter, most likely, as I just don't see enough damage coming up here. The M110 now trying to kill off the T80Us. Cannot do the job there. We'll try to do so. Big artillery like that will have more reload time between shots in the future. Gets 2 damage at least, but there's nothing to follow it up with. Nothing to follow it up with. Blackhawks up here, I really don't have a clue if that is a bug or if that was on purpose. We'll have to ask P.uri.Tanner. That is a bug that would be highly annoying. Like helicopters getting stuck there and then staying there or so. Mech rifles getting hit. T80U trying to hit the mech rifles over here. Whilst the M110 is still trying to kill off tanks. This time the T80BV. But it has to reload. M1A1 rolling in. Military police trying to help out. T62 goes down to the tow cobra with the I-tow, and the T80BV over here gets heavily hit by the M110, but nothing to follow it up with. Though good damage there. Down to only 3 hit points, but the T80U is still around, and there's just no TOW2s in anything here to deal with that. No Bradleys, no M109, no TOW2s down on the ground, and M1 not good enough with its gun. Only 17 penetration. M1A1 would be able to do it maybe, but T80U here also dealing good damage to the M1 Abrams. And the Dragons only do 1 damage here frontally. Not enough to really scare the T80U away. But the mech rifles here get heavily decimated as well. More M1A1s coming up. More F-16 clusters. Those could do it. AA-wise, there is an OSA. Tunguska went... no, Tunguska went to the south. Still around as well. So the T80U here goes down. Second T80U goes down as well. Nice hits here at least. Cluster plane gets shut down on the other side, because obviously why should P.uri.Tanner be lucky with his airplanes and the RNG on them? Only Darrick is allowed to be lucky in this one when it comes to the RNG around AA. That's the M1. He's hitting the BMP-1PG. And Darrick with a really strong show here. Tow Cobra versus Tunguska having a rough time. I-tow at least gets the kill, but just a bit too late for the Tow Cobra. So the Tow Cobra still goes down. The M110 trying to get some nice hits around the OSA up here. TADUD is around though, and that is hitting the M1, is getting the kill. TADUD and TADBV, pretty scary. Osa not getting hit directly, only getting stressed out over here, whilst these tanks roll over the open, rolling towards the enemy, and rolling towards victory as well. TADUD over here gets hit by an ATGM, but doesn't even take damage. But it is firing against the opponent. Now only 1 damage. This thing can tank quite a lot. Mech rifles around. A lot of SU-25s coming in as well to do some extra damage. F-16s and Fighting Falcons coming in, trying to stop them. TADUD gets killed off by cluster. SU-25s go down as well. Hawk and the F-16s doing it combined, but there's still a TADBV here. CV goes down, and with that it will be a +4. And even though everything of Darrick here in the center dies in the end, there's not enough left here for Tanner to stop the bleed, to keep it, getting it back, and with only 80 points remaining for Darrick to take down, that's only 30 seconds for Tanner, and that's not enough to change anything about this game. M110 will try to find the enemy CV here, maybe? No. And yeah, Darrick is getting this one. Really, really strong one. And yeah, well played. GGVP here by Darrick once more with a clean sheet in the September monthly. And I'm really looking forward to Darrick in League. Hope we will see Kama there again once more. That would be lovely. Kama versus Darrick. And yeah, Tanner once more with a really good show as well. KD once more on the edge, but Darrick just slightly better at crapping terrain in the early game and then keeping that advantage alive. GGVP here to Darrick. And yep, still good show by P.uri.Tanner, but will end up on space 3, I think. Maybe even only 4th place now with this result, as Darrick is going up to be the champion with a score of 4 points. Then Lathans, then Tanner, then Hippie, then Medi, then Rabbit Scribble. So yeah, no, Tanner still up there with a really high Buchholz and a direct win against Tippy, I think. So yeah, Tanner still deserves the 3rd place here, but Lathans and Darrick are number 2 and number 1. GGVP, and I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. And I hope to see you all in WARNO League when that is starting in late October. A bit of a short break here now in competitive play, as we could have maybe done a WARNO monthly in October, but I didn't want this to overlap. I wanted League to start a bit earlier, but we will start it early enough, I think. And I hope to see you all there. Sign up if you want to play a bit yourself, and if not, be around and be our guest. And one more shout out to the Metro, guys. Get yourself on there. Click the little buttons and add a bit of money, or Darrick now, to the prize pool. He deserves it. And yeah, make this a bit closer to esport.